Hey guys, it's me, Wilson, and we're back with another video on F1 2021. And we're here for the final round of F1 Esports Challengers. We're at event 6, round 12. If you've already watched Mexico, well, if you haven't, I'm about to say where we finished, so I won't spoil it, but we've finished P6 at Mexico. So if you hadn't clicked off by then, I'm sorry. I doubt many of you care anyway. We finished B6 at Mexico, qualified 4th. Didn't really know the strategy. We bottled it a bit, and it's kind of the same story for Brazil. We don't really know when to pit. We don't. I think I've done one race run in Brazil. So yeah, it's going to be interesting. But the one-shot pace in Brazil felt really good. In general, I've always felt quite nice in Brazil. I've always quite enjoyed the track. There's no stupid cutting you need to do to be fast, and yeah, I quite enjoy that. Apart from turn 1 and 2, it's pretty non-RNG. Maybe turn 4 as well is fairly RNG, and the last corner, but that's really it, and it's pretty good compared to most tracks in this game. So I was looking forward to it. There's not too much pressure on this race as we got our top 6.
A little bit.
I was just wanting to end on a high, as you don't really want to qualify last on your last race. But nevertheless, here we go on to our final lap of F1 Esports Challengers, and it's a one-shot round Brazil. Going into the first corner, brake just after the 50-meter board, down to 3rd gear I choose, up to 4th, keep it in 4th for the rotation, then 5th, making it very close to that white line. I thought this was a poor first sector, but you're about to see it's a better first sector than I thought. From memory, I think it was a 4.7 first sector. Now going into turn 4, braking just before the 50, taking a little bit of this inside curb to rotate your car around, then through up to this fast uphill right-hander. Just at the 50-meter board, turn in to the right, down to 6th gear, then up into this small right-hander that's a bit of a hairpin, then going on to this left-hander. We messed up the first right-hander, and that's going to affect us through the whole middle sector here, up into 5th on the exit, 6th gear, down to 3rd for this right-hander hairpin, open into 4th, opening the wheel as quickly as you can, so you can get on the throttle as quickly as you can. Now into this last corner, you want to clip this inside curb. Do we do it well? No, we don't. We missed that inside curb. That might have cost us a 100th or 2 up to the line. Look at the dashboard. It says P2 on the dashboard, but we're trying to keep it as tight as we can. Opening DRS. It now says P1 on the dashboard. Is it going to be P1 up to the line? We cross the line. It's a 1 minute 6.3 mid, I think it is, and that's a very good time.
What was my time?
In one shot, especially in the real session. I was pretty happy with that. There's a few mistakes, especially in the middle sector and the last corner, and a little bit of the first. But as you can see, 2 milliseconds we missed out to Tomic, and I don't really think I quite clocked how much I missed out by it, because I wasn't really looking at the gap. It took me a little while to realise, and yeah, that is fairly interesting. 2 milliseconds, then Piotr missed out by 8 milliseconds. So very close. It's so painful. If he just hooked up that last corner right, just even a little bit of curb to rotate the car, it would have been so handy. But yeah, we start second, which is pretty much first as well, as long as we can hold second. Second's a pretty good place to be in the F1 game. But the issue is, again, is we've not done race practice for Brazil either. You wouldn't think this is the last event, considering how unprepared I am. And that is going to harm us, I think, going into this race. Going into the formation lap now, rolling up. And yeah, this race, lack of race practice isn't going to help. We don't know when to pit. We don't really know how the car feels. I didn't know what to do to the tyre pressures. I don't know how the wear is going to be. I don't know how ERS is saved. I don't know anything. I just don't know how the car is going to react. But nevertheless, we've got the 5 red lights coming up now. 4 red lights, 5 red lights. And away we go. Do we get a good launch compared to Tomic? We actually do. I think we get one of the better launches of the start compared to everyone. Going into turn 1 now, Tomic doesn't leave too much room, but he leaves just enough. And then going through the second corner, do we get a good run on Tomic? I didn't really want to overtake him. It wasn't really my plan going into turn 4. But you can see the slipstream so powerful. And he was going fairly slow. I don't know if he was running higher wings. So I thought we may as well. What have we got to lose? Being first isn't that bad as long as we don't drain our ERS completely. And now we've taken the lead in F1 Esports Challengers, the last round of this series, and let's see what we can do from here. Again, as I said, not really done much race practice, and I actually talked to Tomic after the race, and he was explaining to me how he's the race practiced merchant, so that's a bit of an issue. And you can see I got a little bit wide here as I was looking at my tyres. A lot more wear in the front, and that's due to me not really building the setup enough for the race. And yeah, we let Tomic pass here, no need to fight, it's only lap 4. And yeah, there's not too much going on at the moment. We do have Piotr behind us, and Piotr and Tomic, they're pretty good friends, and it's going to make this race very difficult, as it's pretty much working against teammates, as there's not too much you can do. I mean, I don't think they're working together as much as they were at the start of the event, but they're definitely not intending to fight each other too much, and it becomes pretty apparent, which makes my life pretty difficult. At this point, Piotr was pushing me to make a move, so I don't really want to go for a move. I want to sit in second still, but sit behind. Piotr goes for the move, we leave just enough space, and then we go around this next corner. He's still going for the move on us, but luckily we still have DRS off Tomic, so we're going to have better straight line speed, and we defend for P2 into the 5th lap. Now come around the last corner again, we still have Piotr behind us. You can see Tomic's race pace looks pretty good, 4 tenths ahead of us, and we're trying to save DRS, but Piotr, he's just putting enough pressure on to make us go for the move, as there's not much we can do here. And Piotr now goes for the move as well, trying to overtake Tomic. I was hoping they'd get a little bit argy-bargy and maybe even crash going through this turn 1, but that didn't happen. And yeah, we still have the 2 Polish drivers behind us. Now going into the final corner, I did not know when to pit, as I've repeated many times in this video, and you're about to see I pit this lap, I'm pretty sure, as I just didn't know what was better, the overcut, the undercut. Looking back on it, I probably should have stayed out, as you know, why not? But they are probably going to do the opposite of me, maybe not. We pit, and yeah, looking back on it in hindsight, I think we should have stayed out, as everyone else stayed out, so they clearly knew what they're doing. And we pit for the medium tyre, as usual. The hard tyres are never used in these 25% races, and I didn't know how strong this undercut was going to be. It's a very dodgy pit lane here at Brazil. You can see I have a little bit of a snap there, and in general the pit entrance and pit exit was quite poor. I think we lost about 3-4 tenths maybe in general, but yeah, that's in the past. Now going up to turn 1, the end of our outlap. Have we done a good outlap? We're about to find out. Going through the Senna S's now, you can see in the left hand of my screen, you can see Piotr and Tomic for a little second there, little split second. Can we come out ahead of any of them? We actually get jumped by Piotr, proving to us that the overcut is actually stronger than we thought. And yeah, again, just lack of race practice, lack of race knowledge. And now going on to lap 8, we're actually got Tomic all over us. We're trying to defend, and I let him by in the thought of he's going to be pressuring me so much more. He definitely has better race pace than me at this moment, so why would I fight it? And I kind of regret that. Now looking back on it, I feel like I should have passed Piotr, but then I was in the predicament that whoever was in 3rd was always going to push 2nd to try and pass 2nd, so they could sit behind the leader until the last lap, and then I didn't use ERS, and I would never have a chance to save ERS because I'm already low in ERS, and there's not much I could do. So my thinking was, we'll drop back to 3rd, try and save ERS, and maybe have an attack in the last few laps. But that was even more of a struggle, as these 2 were kind of working together again, and so much so that Primoz actually goes for a move on us and makes contact with us going into turn 4. He actually got damage from that, and yeah, that was pretty much because these 2 were messing about pretty much at the front, and the cars behind got so close that I couldn't do too much to defend. But we move on to the end of lap 16. We're going to try and pressure Piotr. This is the plan. This was the game plan for me all race, to try and pressure them into something, just anything. We dart to the right hand side. Can we go round outside of Piotr? We're going to try everything we can do, but there's not much we can do. We're always going to get turned in on there, and yeah, there's not much we can do there. We still have 40% ERS in the tank. Is Piotr going to go for a move? Tomic doesn't look like he's close enough going on to this 2nd last lap, and nothing has been made of it. Now going into the last lap, you can see Piotr going for a move on Tomic Practice. He's going round this next left-hander. Is he going to make anything of it? It looks like we're going to make nothing of it. We're going to sit in 3rd. It looks like it's going to be a 3rd place finish. But I remember my engineer at this point telling me to save ERS, as the final run, the run up to the line, can be crucial in races like Brazil, Baku. Races like that where there's a bit of a long straight with DRS just up to the line. So we start to save DRS here. And yeah, there's not much we can do. It looks like we're going to have to settle for P3 here and make sure we solidify that result. It would have been nice to have the P2, as I think this would have put me higher up in the championship. But again, these are the costly mistakes. It's my fault for not doing much race practice, and we've got to pay the price for it. And come around the final corner, I do know the name of this, but I'm not going to try and pronounce it. I think it's like Young Sal or something. But come around the final corner, the last straight of F1 Esports Challengers, Event 6, Round 12. We're going to come across the line, finish off on the podium with Tomic and Piotr, and that is the last race. Decent race for us. Again, the win was on the cards, but we just didn't play it right. We should have went 1 lap longer in the pit stops. And yeah, in general, the race pace wasn't really there due to our own faults and our own lack of preparation, but no one else to blame for that. Apart from ourselves. I think we'll finish 6th in the standings unless penalties get added. But you're not going to believe this. We're 5 points off 3rd place. That's how crucial it is. If we won that race, we would have finished 3rd place. Even if we finished even if we finished 2nd in that race, I think we would have finished 4th in the standings. So it's really annoying. I'm very grateful I got my top 6 to go to the Pro Exhibition, but it left a little bit of a sour taste in my mouth. We missed out in 3rd place. Yeah. What can you do? It is what it is, as they say. But nevertheless, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. That is the last video of F1 Esports Challenges. I don't know how much you guys have enjoyed these videos. Personally, I enjoy making PSL videos a lot more than these. So I'm pretty happy it's over in the sense of that. And yeah, next up will be the Pro Exhibition for the F1 Esports Challenger series, which will be LAN. I don't think I can say where it's going to be. I do know where it's going to be. But that's not for me to say. I don't know when that'll be all announced. But I imagine it won't be too long. So keep an eye on my Twitter or even Formula 1 Games Twitter, whatever. And you'll see where that'll all be. That'll be exciting for the Pro Exhibition. But nevertheless, hope you guys have enjoyed this series. Have enjoyed F1 Esports Challenge as a whole. Have enjoyed these videos. Leave a like if you have. Subscribe if you can. See you guys in the next one. Bye.